What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm Mostly Normal, and we're about to watch some creepy and strange TikTok videos you probably shouldn't watch at night. And I hope you guys had an awesome Easter. And with that being said, if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video so it's recommended to others, we muchly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the video.
Right now, I'm at the real life Demon House, guys. This place is insane. This is in Hartford City, Indiana. This is the Monroe Demon House, guys. This place is rumored to have multiple demons inside because people used to practice occult rituals and, oh, I thought I just saw something in the window. Okay, I'm probably going insane. And satanic practices inside. Back in the 80s, this place was kind of like a trap house, and they would do all kinds of rituals. And then in 2016, Nick Groff from Ghost Adventures was down in the basement filming for his new TV show when he found human remains in the crawl space, guys. So people now report apparitions, demons, sightings, ghosts, eyes in the windows, all kinds of stuff, guys. And tonight we're going to be live here on TikTok.
I wouldn't even touch this house with a 30-foot pole. And this dude said there's demons in here. Bro, are we about to watch you get possessed live on TikTok? I'm reading in the comments and a lot of people saying this isn't the house. The original one is in Gary, Indiana, but I honestly don't know. So either this is the actual house or you're just shining a flashlight on some random person's house.
Dude, we got him. We got him, man. Look, I got some videos to show y'all. It's going to blow your mind. What on earth is this right here? Hold on. That ain't nothing, man. Explain this right here, man. Why is that plane making that little line? Why is that plane not? I'll wait. Now, hold on. If you look right here, there's another one that's making like a disappearing line. How is he doing that? What's he got, some kind of magic wand or something? I mean, really and truly. Hold on, got another one. This might be the one where they get hit by this plane, dude. I mean, really, hold on one second. I can't remember or not. Dude, this is wild. What on earth is that? Somebody tell me, what is that? What is it? Why? And you got homeboy right here, man. This plane flew over earlier. Look at that right there. Look how thin it was. You know what I'm saying? Then it's huge. Why does it do that? What causes that? It's all the questions we have, you know what I'm saying? Here it is right here. Look, same thing, disappearing. Why is that disappearing? Why is that not disappearing? Explain to me, I'll wait. Is it the altitude is what you're going to say? I'm sure that's what you're going to say.
Let's be honest, they've been spraying stuff in the skies forever now, ever since I was a kid. And at this point, it's like every single day I look outside.
Come on, Cloud, show yourself. You can't hide anymore. We done seen you up there. Just have to be patient, I suppose. Not one of my strong suits. Look, I see it. Right through the branches up there, guys. You see that? Forming right in front of your eyes? Look at that. Look at that. Tell me that is not weird. And you've been standing here just as long as I have. Now there's the cloud I've been talking about. And it appears to be moving. Now come on, guys, you can't admit that is not normal. That is creepy. This cloud came out of nowhere. Just a normal cloud in the sky? No. Let's watch this thing for a minute here, guys. This is weird.
All right, now this is cool. This dude just caught a rare moment of a cloud forming. That's pretty dope. Man, I have never seen that before.
Ooh, God.
I can tell you right now that is easily from a car because you can hear the engine revving up and then it backfire, pop. And I've been to a couple of car meets and let me tell you, some of these cars, their backfires literally sound like an AK-47 going off.
So creepy is that the North Pole in that old ancient map, there's more to it. So there's this satellite image from the ESA 7 satellite. This was in 1968. It was like the first visual of Earth via satellite.
What the heck?
Okay, well then this was from Google Earth.
It's the hole to the center of the earth.
And then this was released by NASA, I believe, 80s or 90s. You're not allowed to fly over the North Pole. But Admiral Byrd did. Apparently he had his secret diary. And then when he died, his son got it. And then when his son was trying to publish the stuff in it, he died. But Admiral Byrd talks about when he went to explore the North Pole, there was an entry to inner Earth, like hollow Earth. And he describes it as being in the earth, lush green land beyond the ice, mammoth-like creatures, a technology advanced civilization, and meeting with a being called the Master. But apparently this Master gave Admiral Byrd this message.
You see, we have never interfered before in your racist wars of barbarity, but now we must, for you have learned to tamper with a certain power that is not for man, namely the atomic energy. You see, our culture and science is many thousands of years beyond your race. You, my son, must return to the surface of the world with this message.
Cool.
And he died.
Gen X, we've got a brand new Mandela effect, and you are not gonna like this one. I wanna know how you remember it. For the sake of this video, I'm going to assume everybody has seen The Matrix. Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and Carrie-Anne Moss's Trinity. There's one scene in particular that we all know, we all talk about. Red pill, blue pill scene. And if you think you know where I'm going with this, you're going to be wrong. Here's the scene where Morpheus is about to explain to Neo what the Matrix is, before he gives him the choice of taking the red pill or the blue pill. You can see he's holding a little pill box in his hand right there. But before we even get to this part, what is the first question that he asks Neo? This is where I need you to start commenting. The way I remember it, where he goes, "What if I told you everything you know is a lie?" Never said it. Literally not in the movie at all. He actually only jumps into a whole explanation of what the Matrix is. He never said that line. The Matrix is one of my favorite movies. My brain doesn't know what to do with this now. What do you remember he tells Neo, or asks him, right before he gives him the choice of the red or the blue pill? This one we have to figure out.
No, he definitely said that. I remember that. He said word for word, "What if I told you everything you know is a lie?" Man, what's going on here with these Mandela effects? Are people just going back in movies and just re-editing it somehow? I don't even know where to begin to how to explain this. Like, how do you explain an orb coming out of nowhere and then changing the trajectory of a meteor?
I want to show y'all something here in Florida. In Florida now, they have to grow orange trees in tents like this right here. Giant tents. This is what you see with orange trees. This is the new way they grow oranges. And that right there is a dead orange grove, one that's got a bunch of cancer in it. And this is how they try to prevent it from getting cancer in it now. These giant tents that they put trees under. Just thought you should know.
I'll be honest, I didn't know the greening was this bad in Florida. But apparently here it says it's caused by high levels of CO2. But at the same time, it says high levels of CO2 help plant growth. Gotta love that double-edged sword.
I'm pulling something, but I didn't feel it click. Ooh, I see a little something. You guys see that? What, Yeah, look at that. Look at all of them. Is that a... It is, too. It's a big old tree, dude. Oh, there's something else on there, though. Hold on. That was just a big old tree branch. But look at this. What is this? Oh, what the heck is going on here? At first, I thought this was like some grass. But then I seen these, and I knew that was wires. But no, look at this. This is one whole piece, you guys. What the heck is going on here, man?
Let's be honest, bro just broke the simulation with that. No, but for real though, I think this is part of like a fake light up plant you can buy for your house. I mean, I think it is, unless the government's listening to the fishes for some reason.
This is laughable at this point, you guys. If you haven't seen this video yet, I'm about to play it. I'm just catching up because I had no signal where I was yesterday. So I'm watching this. And the video, they open the door, okay? They're not supposed to open the door. That's very clear that this was supposed to be a theatrical event. They open the door, the video starts glitching, they cut the feed, and then they come back and say, oh, we have the video, but keep in mind there's no audio from inside all of a sudden. So they make them close the door, and then they put on this theatrical event of him with the metal rod opening the door.
What's gonna come out of her mouth
Starts glitching, okay? Because they open the door. They cut it.
All right, so we do have another live stream, the very same event right here, and we did want to share this with you. There is no audio attached to this particular live stream, but we do see Jeff.
They probably cut the audio because they were like, shut the damn door. Okay, let's play the next video.
Of it, because so much of the capsule has windows, and it makes for just an incredible experience.
Like, we all didn't just watch them open the door.
Okay, good. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
Hold on, I didn't even catch that till just now. Did he just say you didn't actually close it again?
How dumb do they actually think we are? We clearly saw you open the door twice, and then at the same time, when Jeff Bezos opened it for the second time, the door looked kind of flimsy, I'm just saying.
Ancient ruins in Burma have popped out of the ground after an earthquake in what is now Myanmar. Okay, this is wild because Burma's actually gorgeous and they have a really rich culture. And unlike many other governments, the Burmese government gave the okay to excavate quickly after these were discovered. They're just starting, but this place is believed to be a palace, and it is huge. Myanmar is known for the pagoda. This guy would have been the biggest one if the king that had commissioned it didn't die and an earthquake didn't take a lot of it out. But right behind it, you'll see what it would have looked like if it was finished. I'm not going to begin to try and pronounce that name, but the place is beautiful. Unfortunately, it was also damaged in this earthquake. But the form they use to build these temples is an advanced geometric concept called the Ford Circle. And the best example of this is their crowning achievement, the Shwe Dagon Pagoda. Head to toe, in gold, inside and out, the thing's an absolute unit. Locals say it's 2,600 years old, so we're gonna go with that. You gotta take a minute and realize how crazy this architecture actually is, though. The Ford Circle can be used to perfectly break up harmonic ratios in music. It is a fractal, meaning you can zoom into it as much as you want and the form will stay the same. You can even rotate it and the form will stay the same. It is also one of the only hyperbolic fractals. That's advanced geometry. It's used in deep learning for AI models, also used in signal processing, and if we travel through a black hole, we have to use that geometry to navigate it, unless you are an Egyptian. There's a mathematical theory of everything called E8, and if you flatten it, it's the same shape as that pagoda. Myanmar is right between India and Cambodia. All three use harmonics in their architecture. Using new acoustic analysis tools and LiDAR, we are seeing so much stuff that is far more advanced than we ever thought.
You know dang well we don't use harmonics when we build our buildings anymore. And isn't it also interesting that earthquakes are revealing a lot of hidden things?
Mr. President, honored delegates, ladies and gentlemen, we shall propose further cooperative efforts between all the nations in weather prediction and eventually in weather control.
The time is ripe to harness a variety of disciplines for a concerted attack. And even more than oceanography, the atmospheric sciences require worldwide observation and hence international cooperation. Some of our most successful international efforts have involved the study of the atmosphere. We all know that the World Meteorological Organization has been effective in this field. It is now developing a worldwide weather system to which nations the world over can make their contribution. Such cooperative undertakings can challenge the world's best efforts for decades to come. And fourth, I would mention a problem which I know has greatly concerned many of you. That is our responsibility to control the effects of our own scientific experiments. For as science investigates the natural environment, it also modifies it. And that modification may have incalculable consequences for evil as well as for good.
Using Schaefer-Langmuir techniques, the Army Signal Corps and Office of Naval Research began conducting many of these experiments.
In 1947, Project Cirrus expanded to test cloud seeding on a hurricane traveling eastbound 350 miles off the coast of Jacksonville, Florida. They dropped 80 pounds of dry ice into the raging storm, only to realize that the hurricane suddenly changed happened.
Wow, so they've been manipulating weather for that long. That is insane. That's also crazy. They manipulated a storm that went back to where it came from and took out a handful of people. It's like, what are you doing? I don't see the point of manipulating the weather. I just say let Mother Nature do her thing.
Suddenly, AI has turned every Wi-Fi router into a camera that can work in the dark, specially tuned for tracking living beings. The Wi-Fi router, and they just learned to predict, like, this is where the human beings are. Then they took away the camera, so all the AI had was the language of radio signals bouncing around a room, and this is what they're able to reconstruct. Real-time 3D pose estimation.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Even when you think you're not being watched, you're still being scanned. Man, this AI stuff needs to slow down. It's great in some uses, but like, what do you mean it can turn any router in my house or business and just start scanning things around the room? Man, I'm not the... Man, I'm gonna live in a rock.
Y'all true story, be simple and watch this video to the end. Eyes on a tree? This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
Y'all cannot tell me that this is not an eye.
It is. Shh.
These are eyes on this tree.
What? Get out of here.
These are freaking eyes.
Are you kidding me? Why are all those eyes on a tree? Who are they looking at? What are they looking at? Who's in that tree? Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only, and I think that's true because I've seen something like that before, but I didn't think it was that true because those look like some real, actual eyes. Shh. Shut up! They looking. What you thought? You was the only one with eyes? Shh. Shut up! Now trees got it. They've been watching you this whole time. Remember, trees are alive. And what's wild about it is that they're gonna be here longer than us. Stop playing with me, son. I came out here, guys, and you know what time it's in. Shh. Shut up! They watching. They know who you are. They know who you are more than the people that's next to you know who you are. Stop playing with me, son. It's getting feel like you guys, and you know what time it's in. But I tell you one thing. If I ever see a tree with a whole bunch of eyes in it, like this, I'm gonna stare at that tree and be like, yo, who you looking at like that, bro?
That is kind of crazy that those actually do look like eyes all over that tree. But obviously it's from the previous branches that were there. Or it also kind of looks like some of them were carved. How do you just come across this in a field? Dude, it literally looks like there was a civilization there and we just planted grass over top of it. I can't even lie. This is a really cool freaking find.
So that's about 225 feet down, maybe a little less now as it's getting filled in. So the whole time I'm thinking, do I want to come over and film this? And then I'm going to do it, and as soon as I get near the hole, drop my phone right in there.
That's what I was afraid of. I'm gonna drop my phone in here.
It literally sounds like mini explosions underground. And another thing just hit me. Are they standing on top of like a ginormous like sinkhole type of thing? Like, bro, that does not look very safe.
China is nearing the completion of the highest suspension bridge in the world, and this thing is insane. It stands 9 times higher than the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco at a staggering 2,050 feet. That is over twice the height of the Eiffel Tower, and it's almost a mile long. This means that it will also surpass the length of the UK's Hammer Bridge, which held the record for the longest suspension bridge for 17 years. But the craziest thing is that to build this, they essentially had to drill a skyscraper-sized tower to the side of a cliff. Not the bottom, the side. And they still said that that would be able to hold a multi-lane highway on it. And because of this, they literally had to create custom construction platforms where workers had to operate cranes while suspended thousands of feet in the air. Construction of this thing began in 2022, and they say that it'll be fully operational this year.
The things humans can do are insane. And I'm just letting you know, I am never driving on this bridge. That terrifies me. The only way I'm working on this bridge is if you pay me $1 million a year. There ain't no way, bro. How do these people have no fear of heights? All right, guys, thank you always for sticking around and watching all the clips from me today. And if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.